Oh, okay. There. So, Roger, can you see inside yourself? Can you find that spark of light inside yourself? I want you to look for that and find it.
It's hard for me to find it because no one saw it in me.
Well, we are looking for it right now. Your daughter is looking for it, and I'm looking for it. And you are looking for it, and I'm inviting Archangel Michael to come in and help you find it.
I know I have a good heart, and I never meant to hurt. I was really hurt.
Yes.
I didn't feel heard.
Yes.
And I just want to be heard, and I want to say I'm sorry. And I've been trying to connect with her because I desperately want forgiveness.
Yes. Find that heart. I can hear that heart in you now, even from your words. Find that spark there. Just give it a little shine. As you pay attention to it, that will grow.
Yeah.
Pay attention to those feelings. Now, Roger, that's your ticket home to the light. And from that place of light, there will be angels and helpers and guides who will help you heal all those wounds. You will have a chance to hear yourself, listen to yourself, to share your story with others, and to heal. Does that sound like a good thing?
Yeah.
And your connection with your daughter will always be there. And when you're able to come from a place of strength where you can help her in a positive way, that will be such a wonderful thing. And she will know it. She will know it when that happens, that you're helping her in a positive way. So, Roger, if you look at around Nikki right now, how has your influence, how have you been influencing her all this time?
Because of my influence on her, when I was living, she does have a hard time trusting. She has a hard time releasing control. I had control issues. She felt that she couldn't control her environment because of my behavior. So she has developed a lack of an ability to release control and trust herself, but trust in general. So she has put up walls, defense walls, because she doesn't want to be hurt. And these walls are also in her mind. So she's not able to really hear her own inner guidance because of the control that she wants to have. And I'm sorry that this has been my influence on her. I wasn't able to thrive. And I have issues with jealousy as well that keep me still in a lower vibration. And I want for her to thrive.
Were you jealous of her?
Yes.
What were you jealous of her for?
That she seemed free and that I couldn't control her.
Mm-hmm.
That she could still shine and thrive in life after leaving home, that she could still find joy in her life, but I couldn't. And I wasn't able to find it within me to really be happy for her. I was jealous. But I know those are my own issues, but it is still an issue.
Mm-hmm. Are you interested in healing that?
Yeah, I do
Even,
want to heal.
mm-hmm. So I'm going to bring in Archangel Raphael, invite in Archangel Raphael to surround you with beautiful emerald green healing light to help you let go of what you can let go right now, knowing that there's lots more healing available to you as you go to the places of healing. But for right now, just allow that beautiful healing light from Archangel Raphael to penetrate your resistances, your attachments, to help you let go of these earthly attachments so that you can rise towards the light. And tell me how that feels.
I am trying to surrender to this light.
You
I
can
want,
trust. You can trust it. Sorry, continue.
I want it. Mm.
Your desire to surrender is your ticket to surrender. Relax into it. Allow it to lift you and carry you. Allow it to buoy you up. Allow it to hold you in its hands.
Mm.
How is that feeling?
It feels good. And I'm allowing. Thank you.
And now, if you look around, are there any bonds, any implants, any cords that you've left attached to Nikki? To control her?
The belief in her mind, in her mind and in her mind's eye, the belief that there is darkness around her, and fear. That is controlling her.
And what is the truth about that?
The truth is that this isn't in my highest self. This isn't what I want for her. This is only in the lower version of me. And I haven't been able to bring the lower version of me up to connect with my higher self. But this isn't what I truly want for her. But I haven't known how to help her, how to help heal or clear any residue of the fear that she felt from me as her father. I know that that's still embedded in her mind. And the truth is that I don't want that to be there.
And am I speaking to the lower self or the higher self at this point? Or
The higher, the more higher.
the higher self. Well, the best way to help her is to heal the part of you that was your father and to take him to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourself first, and then you can help others.
Mm-hmm.
And I now ask for Archangel Michael to seek out those places, those attachments where Roger hooked into Nikki's sense of self, into her confidence, interfered with her connection with her higher self. I ask Archangel Michael to release those so that Roger may go to the light, to go to healing for himself. Allow that to happen now. And Allison, I ask you to let those go. And is there anything you'd like to say to your father right now at this time?
And I forgive you. And I want you to be in your light and to rest, to find your joy and your inner spark, and that you're not broken, and that I love you and I forgive you. And that I realize maybe you've been trying to connect with me and maybe help me and you're wanting forgiveness, and I'm offering you that forgiveness. But I prefer that we connect when you are reconnected with your light. I would prefer that we connect in that way.
Very Very good. So Roger, how are you doing there?
I am integrating into my light body, into the light. And I'm allowing it to happen.
How does it feel?
It feels good. I'm slowly allowing it to happen, but it will happen.
Are there any things that are obstacles or any particular points of pain that are slowing it down?
The resistance to feeling that I'm worthy of this light and that I'm worthy of love because I've done so much to hurt others. I don't feel worthy of the light completely.
Is there anything you would like to say to Nikki's mother, to Cindy?
Yeah, you did not deserve the way I treated you.
I call on Cindy's higher self to witness this. Cindy's higher self, please witness this. Thank you. Continue, Roger.
I'm very sorry for the pain that I caused you. And I'm sorry you did not deserve the way that I treated you, for the things that I said to you. I know you tried to help me, but I couldn't receive your love. I didn't see how you could still see in me any worthiness. I did not feel worthy, and I took out all of my pain on you. And I'm very sorry. Please forgive me.
Cindy's higher self, is there anything you would like to say to Roger?
I do forgive you. I know that you are hurting. I wish you peace. I want peace for you. I do genuinely want you to be in your peace now and rest. I want you to feel love and rest.
Thank you. So Roger, are there any other pain points that you'd like to look at while we are holding you in this sacred space?
I just want to apologize to Nikki again. I'm deeply sorry for the pain that I caused her. It is one of my biggest life regrets. And this is why I have so deeply wanted to contact her to please ask for her forgiveness. And when I have connected with her, I know she has been afraid, but also, despite that fear, she has offered me forgiveness and loving kindness. And I always felt that from her. Despite my actions, she always forgave me. And I want her to know that will never go unnoticed. And I'm deeply sorry. And I'm removing myself from her energy field so she will no longer have any lower attachments or vibrations that my presence is activating within her or bringing to her anymore.
Thank you, Roger, and let me know when that is done.
It is done.
Thank you, Roger. Now I release you to the angels to carry you to the light. And let me know when you're there.
I am there. Thank you.
You're so welcome. May the light of the universe always accompany you. Goodbye, Roger. So now completely let the energy of Roger leave. And let the full energy of Allison come back into her body. Fully and completely. And realign the chakra column and feel the ground beneath your feet, the floor. Come fully back in your body. Become aware of your feet and your hands, your breathing. Well, it was a good preliminary exercise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
How are you doing?
Oh, good. That felt really good. I almost ignored that I was seeing this like net going over me because I really thought it was just, I don't know. I'm really happy that I didn't ignore that though.
Thank you for mentioning it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh, that was profound, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very sweet. Do you remember it all?
I do remember.
I did record it so you can listen to it again.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm still recording, so.
Perfect.
So, all right. I think we should take a little break and get bathroom break and get some water. And as you feel yourself now in this time and in this place, I want you to tell me the very first things that you see or the very first impressions that you have. as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you.
So I could feel myself in like a like a plane or a spaceship, maybe going really, really fast through space, and with like stars and light passing by me, and it's like I don't really see things in color. Everything's kind of in black, but or like in darker shades, but I'm behind the driver's seat or behind the steering wheel. I'm in the driver's seat, and it's like a kind of feels like a bobsled spaceship, like it's like shaped like that, like a bullet kind of, and I'm just going. And yeah.
Is there anyone in the ship with you, or is it just you?
I think it's just me.
So it has a steering wheel.
Yeah, but I don't really, yeah, it has a steering wheel. And and I'm just exploring space, but I'm not really going that fast anymore. Now I'm like traveling towards a tunnel of light, and I'm just going into this tunnel of light. So there's just like white light. So it's like a it's like a tube slide of white light, and I'm just gliding into this light, and it feels really exciting and invigorating, and I'm just traveling in this light. And I'm seeing like a close up now of like behind the spaceship is kind of like a little propeller type thing. I just saw a close up of like a kind of looks like one of those little things you put in the wind and it blows in the wind. It was kind of like that on the back of this vehicle. Mm. And I just heard destination unknown.
Mm. And as you're in this spaceship, just feel yourself. Do you have a body?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a spacesuit.
Mm. Take a look at your legs and feet.
Yeah, I have like I'm completely covered actually in a spacesuit, like gloves and little sock gloves, like around, like I'm like human form. It's almost like a race car driving suit meets space suit, and that's kind of what this ship is like too. It's like a bobsled spaceship car plane thing.
Very nice.
So it's like I'm like a space racer or something.
Mhm. Do you feel male or female? Or?
I feel male.
Does your body feel healthy, young, old? How does it feel?
I feel good. I just feel ready. I just feel ready to go. And right now, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just kind of floating in space, parked, like while I'm describing this.
All right. Continue on your journey at reasonable speed and look around and tell me what else you see.
Mm. Maybe, maybe I just kind of met up with like space explorer friends or something, and they're kind of in like their own spaceships that look like giant birds, like metal birds, and they're inside of it, and we just kind of like high-fived our spaceships.
Mm.
And we're just kind of in a circle in space right now, just hanging out. And there's like like a, we're in a circle, and I see a big white tunnel light just kind of appeared in the middle of the circle, just going up and down. And we're kind of circled around this light. And everything else around us is dark. Maybe this is like our charging station or something. I don't really know.
Are you able to communicate telepathically with your friends? Connect mind to mind.
I just kind of asked, like, what are we doing here? I feel like I'm part of like a race team, like a space race team, and we're really, really excited. And like, I'm a guy, and I'm kind of talking to like other guys, and I asked, what are we doing here? And one of them said, come on, man, we're juicing up to go again. And I was like, yeah, I know. And we're like, the tips of our spaceships are touching the light, and it's maybe, yeah, it's kind of, the light's kind of like encompassing all of the ships now, and like spreading, working its way down from the front of the ship, kind of to the back of the ship. But now actually I'm seeing, it kind of just switched, and I just started to see like hands handing me like a ball of light.
Mm.
Like apart from the scene of the spaceship, I'm just now seeing these two hands that are like offering me this ball of light.
Mm.
Mm.
Who are the hands connected to? Follow and see who they're connected to. Who is offering?
Mm. I felt initially that it was Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Go with them.
Mm.
Do you accept this ball of light from Jesus?
Mm-hmm. And he kind of throws it to me and I catch it. He's kind of giving, he gives it to me, and it's to go inside of my chest.
Mm-hmm. So with gratitude, bring it inside of your chest. How does it feel?
Really beautiful. Feels, I feel a lot of energy in my chest. And I feel that it looked like, I feel like I was being told, so you'll always know where to go, but, and so, yeah, so this is my light. And then the light seems like it's like a lit up. I got the impression that it's like a lit up, like one of those puzzles where you're supposed to make your way to the center and you kind of move your way through the,
Labyrinth?
yeah. And it's like a labyrinth puzzle that's been lit up. In the middle of it, everything's lit up, but the middle of it is, and yeah, I'm hearing that only you know the way.
Mm.
That you have the puzzle and the solution in your heart.
Mm.
And to just have fun exploring
Mm.
in your spaceship.
So now with the light up in your heart, is Jesus still there?
Mm. I'm sure that if I call, I can call him back.
Do you feel you need to call him, or do you feel that message was?
I feel yeah, I feel that that's complete, actually. I don't feel that I need to call him back.
Very good. You can always call him back when you need to. So now with that light in your heart, knowing that you have the puzzle and the solution, and it's for you to have fun exploring. Where do you want to go next?
Mm.
Allow your heart to guide
I see myself. This puzzle is now. Okay, this puzzle is around a really pretty stick with feathers on it. And I'm in a Native American village. I'm in my little teepee village. There's teepees.
you.
And I'm holding this stick with this, it's like the stick goes through the center, so it's of the puzzle, the labyrinth. And I'm holding the stick in my left hand. And I feel that I'm Native American. I feel that I'm a person of import, like I'm an elder.
Just
And
male.
all the,
Sorry.
there's like the people of maybe my little family, or like the little community, we're all just kind of gathered around the fire, and I'm standing there with it's like this stick it's like a wisdom stick or something, and I just kind of, I'm just with the other people. I'm standing and they're all sitting down. And and everything's kind of in like sepia color tone, but this like toucan bird just appeared on my shoulder, on my left shoulder, and I'm holding a stick in my left hand. But it just kind of feels like it's just there. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you speaking, or does the bird have a message? Or do you have a message for the people?
I feel like I'm there to. I feel like the kids are. It feels like it's kids around the fire, and they're there to have. We're all there to have fun. It's kind of like my wisdom stick is also like a game stick or something. I don't know, like that makes sense, but we're kind of all there. Like I'm gonna maybe tell an exciting story or guide us in a game or something. And maybe like my bird is kind of with me. Yeah, to kind of be part of the show or something, or like the playtime.
Is there anything else in this scene that do you want to follow the game? You're the one in charge. Is there anything else of significance in this scene?
I think just to I think that you can be wise and have fun. You can be you don't have to take yourself so seriously. You can be a wise elder and hold a lot of wisdom that people come to you for, but you can also play with the children.
Mhm.
It doesn't need to be these two separate things. That you can blur those lines, and that's what you're meant to do.
It's a beautiful message to hold. So is the scene complete?
Yes.
So let's ask the stick in the labyrinth to take you to another scene of importance.
I'm 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 moving really fast again. I'm in the water
Mm.
and I see dolphins moving really fast. And I'm kind of like behind. I feel like I'm floating and observing these dolphins, and I'm just watching them go really fast up and down out of the water and back in the water.
Mm. Do you feel like you have a body here?
Hmm. I'm not so sure. I don't feel like I am the dolphin. I kind of feel like I'm not sure.
Mhm. But you're observing them. Are you like a
I'm
point of consciousness?
I think I'm just a point of yeah, I'm just watching them and I'm going fast with them.
Mm. Do they have a message, or what is the message from this scene?
Right now they just I feel I feel like they just kind of stopped swimming and turned around and just looked at me and they're like flapping their fins and there's just I believe it's just to show me let me connect and I think it's that I'm just hearing that you can be light and joyful and playful and explore and be incredibly intelligent at the same time, like, again, they don't have to be separate, and that to really let that playful, don't be ashamed of the playful inner child, the playful point, part of me, that won't take away from also being deep and wise. They're not separate.
It's a beautiful lesson. Thank you, dolphins. All right. Is there anything else in this scene that we should look at?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and then we'll be in another scene with an important message. 3, 2, moving to another scene. 1, be there now.
Okay. I'm seeing like maybe it's like at a carnival or something, and it's this machine that's shooting out balls, and you're trying, and you're just trying to hit this bullseye target, but it feels like the machine that I'm looking at, the ball's not really getting a lot of strength behind it or something. It does sometimes, then it just kind of sometimes it just falls out and doesn't shoot.
So it kind of falls down and doesn't get near the target.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even, yeah, it doesn't go anywhere really. It just falls out of the little hole.
So what does this machine need?
What does it need? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, if the goal is to get to the target, what's the significance of this machine?
This machine doesn't feel like it has a reason to be shooting the balls. So it's just, sometimes it'll just exert its energy and shoot them really hard and fast, and it'll make it to the bullseye. But mostly it just kind of feels like feels a little hopeless.
And
like it doesn't really like, yeah, I don't know.
How does this machine relate to you? Where are you in this scene?
I'm just viewing it.
Like the dolphins?
Yeah, it feels like that. I've just been watching it happen. I'm not using the machine. I don't see anybody else there. It's just I'm very much seeing this like It's like a little like gun where you pull behind it and it shoots like a tennis ball or something out, but it seems like old and kind of like tired looking. Like that one's been used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the way on the right side. There's others just like it. And there's like a row of them. And this one's the one all the way on the right side. And maybe the other ones, they seem to maybe be shooting balls okay or something like, but this one feels like it needs to be updated. Like it's run its course of use.
Mm-hmm. So what would an update look like?
I think people taking care of this machine. Seems like this one wasn't, it was just kind of used. And it seems like if it were cleaned a little bit and believed in, feels like people just kind of stopped using it the minute it didn't really work that well. And they just went on to like a bigger and better one or something.
Do you
But if
feel
someone would like show it like some care.
do you feel like you want to do that? Fix it up?
Sure.
Or call in some helpers to direct them?
Yeah.
What do they need to do? Maybe like thinking of the shoemaker's elves. If you could have a couple little elves to come and fix it up.
Yeah. We're cleaning it. And we're just showing it attention, but without needing to use it. We're showing it. We're letting it rest and take care of it while it's resting, not trying to keep using it. And we're polishing it, giving it a new paint job. And we're updating the spring system. And then we're testing it out. And it feels really powerful now. And it's shooting targets. Yeah, it feels stronger now.
Is there a metaphor here for Allison?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about it? What does she need to do so she can hit her targets?
It doesn't need to mean that anything needs to be replaced or nothing's broken. Everything works perfectly. Your mind, your heart, your connection to it all. It just needs to be tended to. And it actually can be a simple process, like a little paint job and a new spring system. doesn't have to be daunting. It doesn't have to be daunting. It just needs some care and some attention, but with the expectation that all will be well. It doesn't need to go into this with the belief that, oh, this is a problem machine and we just need to get rid of this one and upgrade to the newest, fanciest version. This one's just fine. It just needs a couple updates. So it's just seeing that within the parts of yourself that feel that maybe they're broken or not working that well. They just need like little fingers of love to come and just massage them and to be taken care of.
Mhm. So could you take a look at Allison's energy and body and see if there's any particular spots where we could bring in some little fingers of love?
Mm-hmm. To her mind, to her mind and her heart, her brain,
Mm.
but also her mind, and this entire connection, this channel between the mind and the heart could be cleansed and made prettier made prettier as in it can be beautiful.
Mm. Would you take a special look at her throat, please?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything bogging things down in the throat area?
There is a I'm seeing like a ball, like a sea urchin. It kind of looks like a ball with like spikes.
Mm.
And then like this like clamping feeling.
Mm. So if this ball had, the sea urchin could speak, what would it say?
I hear stop.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. What does this sea urchin want?
Here to grow.
You're here to grow?
To grow.
The sea urchin is saying that?
That's what I hear, yes.
Hmm. Can I speak to the sea urchin, please?
Mm.
Hello, sea urchin in Allison's throat. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi. Tell me about yourself. I'm very curious about a spiky sea urchin in Allison's throat. Where did you come from? Did she put you there, or did somebody else put you there, or did you come along by yourself?
Hmm.
First thing,
I came along I've
mhm. How long have you been there?
I've been here a long time.
In this life? Since childhood or before that?
Definitely this life.
So you didn't come in with her, you came during this life?
Um,
Mhm. Did you ever have a human body of your own?
I'm here to protect her from saying the wrong things.
To protect her from saying the wrong things.
Yes, so she doesn't get hurt.
What kind of wrong things are you worried about?
Speaking up too much. Saying something inappropriate. Saying something that wouldn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In front of others.
I see.
I want to make sure I'm a filter. I help her to make sure she always says the right thing.
I see. Did you say the wrong thing once? Did that happen to you? That you said the wrong thing before you came to her?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's not. I'm a protector.
Mm-hmm. Did she
And I need
contract?
her to know that I'm here to help her.
Mm-hmm. Did she contract with you to be a protector?
Yes.
Tell me about that. When was that contract made?
When she was a child, I came in to help her so she wouldn't get in trouble by saying the wrong thing with her dad and starting an argument between her parents or being the cause of another fight.
I see.
So I was created out of fear, but I'm here to help her and I'm strong.
Yes, I can see that. You're very strong. And you were created out of fear. Did she create you herself?
Yes.
She did. So she created you out of fear, out of a situation when she was the little one in a household of unpredictable people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think that she needs that anymore? His father's gone. She's not living with her parents anymore.
It's a situation where I've been here now for so long. I feel that if I leave, who's going to protect her?
Well, she's a full-grown adult now, and she's learned a lot. She can do that work herself now, to decide what to say, what's appropriate to say, without having to act out of fear. Would you like to be transformed into something nicer?
If she's okay with it, but I want her to be okay.
All right. So I'm going to count to 3, and then I would like to switch to Allison. 1, 2, 3. Allison, in your throat there's a spiky little sea urchin type of energy that you created out of fear to keep you safe when you were a child. Safe from saying the wrong things that might spark a fight or something with your family when you were growing up. Are you ready to change? Would you like to change that to something more pleasant? It's still operating.
Yes, I would like for it to be a filter. I want to speak through love.
Very good. So since you created this filter, you could change it. You can transform it, transmute it into love, so that you speak through the filter of love and not through the filter of fear. So that you say things that are loving, so that if there's something that you kind of feel an urge to say that's not loving, you have an effective filter that will keep you from hurting anybody with unloving words. Does that sound like something you would like to do?
Yes.
All right. So now this is in your throat. So you have the power to do this with your intention. And you can call on helpers if you like. Perhaps, if I may suggest, that ball of golden light you received from Jesus, that you brought into your heart. A beautiful ball of golden light. Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, knowing we are one. You could dissolve it with that and transform it into a filter for speaking only loving words. Does that feel like it, what you'd like to do, or is there another? All right. So allow that light that you carry in your heart, in your chest, allow it to shine on that spiky creature, spiky energy created out of fear. You don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore. You don't need to protect yourself out of fear. Love is stronger than fear. Love will protect you even better if you need that. To be armed with love. And say loving words. So let that light shine and change the appearance of that ball. And at the same time, repair and realign your throat chakra. Repair any damage, any blocks in the throat chakra, the long time residence of that fear filter has left. And I call on Archangel Raphael to repair any presence in the throat chakra, in the throat area of anything that's not aligned to her true light. And tell me how it's progressing, how it feels.
It's feeling better.
What does it look like now?
I see a white rose, and I also see a white peace dove. As my new filters. And I see a dove. The dove is more on my higher heart chakra, which can also, it's just another area where I feel stuck, feeling. So I'm just sending energy, the Raphael, to that space also. And I think I need to go to the bathroom actually also.
All right, so I'm going to count from 1 to 3, at which time you can open your eyes and you will resume and allow the healing of the high heart chakra and the presence of the dove to work as you go to the washroom, and I will also go. And we'll meet back here right where we left off.
Okay.
Pause the recording. I see you have a selenite on your high heart. Very good. Beautiful. So we're returning now to attention on the high heart and the throat and the direction between the flow of energy between your heart and your mind, your head. allow this to heal any obstacles in the flow of energy. Restore the original template. So how is it feeling now?
Good. I'm just doing my best to just allow and imagine the energy to flow from my heart up and out of my crown, and believing that it's possible.
It's absolutely possible. And as you listen to this recording, you'll be able to feel the power of your intention and the power of the healing energy that we're calling on now to reinforce more strongly with every time you listen to the recording. So while that's going on, may I speak with Allison's higher self again?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Are there any other areas of the body where healing could be brought? For example, she mentioned her tailbone.
Mm-hmm. Her tailbone. Mm-hmm.
What's going on there?
This is a symptom of not feeling sure of herself. Of not feeling sure of who she is in her being. This does not necessarily have to do with moving or traveling as she has suspected or thought. This is more a matter of her feeling strong and grounded in who she is as a divine being and a child of God. This is where it begins. This is where healing is needed so that she can feel strong in herself and confident in her being, so that she can then rise up from that stability and that truth and that knowing.
Thank you. What is the origin of that pain? Did it have anything to do with her father's influence or her mother's?
The physical pain itself started from injuries that she had when she was child and playing. But the reason that it has come up again in the recent years is because she is trying to find her footing and who she is and her place in this world. Trying to establish her sense of belonging in this space, and the shedding of identities and layers has helped, but it has also caused her a level of feeling unstable because she is gripping for worldly labels and a worldly identity, when her identity is with the divine and is with the light. So if she can imagine the connection of her source, of her identity, as being one with the light, much can grow from the root, and she will flourish. But she must know that gripping for labels and worldly achievements is not the answer, because when she feels true in her identity and in her being, all that she desires will come to her, and there will be no need. It will only flow to her. She will not need to grip or strive.
How is the flow of energy from her heart to her root?
It could be clearer.
Are there any blocks along the way?
She has a blockage in her solar plexus, and she has some in her sacral chakra as well, but more in the solar plexus.
Could we look at that, please? What does that blockage look like?
It looks like a sunflower that needs water.
Mm. And what does water represent in this?
To nurture to refresh her sense, of joy, but a refresher in and a knowing of who she is. She has forgotten that she is that sunflower, that she is the joy, that she does radiate. And she just needs to refresh herself with water. Water is very healing for her. Fresh water, water that she puts intention into before drinking. She can do this to heal this space, to enliven and enrich this sunflower as she can imagine it in this way. And when she does this, her confidence and her inner light will radiate, and from there will flow to her heart to speak her truth with confidence, and her connection will be even stronger.
Wonderful. So could I ask for now, it sounds like homework for her to be doing, but for this moment, could I ask of for a divine infusion of divine water, divine water of love to nurture that sunflower right now, to make it perk up and be bright and strong and glow. So that sunflower will also remind her to drink and nurture herself with liquid water filled with intention to flourish, to thrive. To nurture herself. To feel joy. To nurture that sense of joy. Coming right from the solar plexus and spreading through the body. And when she listens to this recording, that she will feel again this healing divine water, infusing her solar plexus with joy, and knowing who she is truly, that she doesn't need labels, that she is a divine being here on the planet, whatever labels she puts or anyone else puts her on. She's fundamentally a divine being. That's what she is. That's who she is. That she feel that essence of being right in her core. Day to day, more and more. And that she can call on the divine water to nourish her at any time, even as she drinks the water of the earth. And tell me when that feels complete.
It feels complete.
We look at the sacral chakra now. What's going on there?
Mm. This is her wisdom center. And with this, there is needed a level of trust and connection to this space. Trust because there is control being held here. And this control is a tightening of this space. And without this control, there could be more flow and a sense of unapologetic surrender and trust. So there is a need for a release of control from this space.
Does this relate to the presence of her father,
Yes.
her father's influence? And he's gone to the light now for his healing and cleansing. So
With this, we can simply imagine cutting the cords of these restrictive control bands and allowing them to fade into the light and bringing white light into this space. Which I am doing now for her.
thank you. So how will she feel the effect of this?
She will feel expansive and light in this space. She will feel free. And she will trust herself and her intuition. This will allow the flow of wisdom to come up to her mind and down to her root so that she can feel stable in the wisdom that is already available to her. This will allow her to feel into what is already available to her. So there will be no more need of feeling desperate to reach for answers outside of her. Now that this contraction has been released, a lot will be released for her. And she will experience clarity and confidence and a knowing, a deep knowing within herself because of this release.
Beautiful. She's wondered whether she should have children. Since we're working in the area of the womb, having a child, is that something she should consider?
There is time for her. She does not need to fear or worry or plan. She does not need to plan in a hurried, fearful way. And with this release, she will feel more expansive and available to that concept. Because with the contraction and the control that was squeezing energetically, there was not space to feel open to this. She did not have space energetically. So she knows that she will be a fantastic mother. And it would be beautiful for her to have a child. And the child would bless her in many, many ways and would expedite, in a sense, her soul's evolution. But this is her choice. But the feeling of pressure will be released now. So she will know and she will feel clear moving forward. It will feel very relaxed for her now.
Wonderful. Are there any souls who are waiting or hoping that she would, who are waiting to come with her to be her child, if she chooses that?
There is a soul, but the soul is patient. The soul is very patient and already loves and admires her for doing all the work that she is doing to prepare for a child. And this soul is eternally grateful. And if this connection is made, it will be a beautiful blossoming of love, companionship, friendship. It will be very beautiful.
She's very aware of the deficiencies in her relationship with her mother. And she speaks of a mother wound that goes back generations. Can you speak to that?
This is a level of a karmic contract. She feels this as a burden. and she feels it physically in her back. This can be healed. She has to be willing to want to have these more challenging conversations with her mother. And through forgiveness and cleansing her heart of this pain, she will have more space in her heart to hold the compassion that is needed, because that is the key, that is what is needed, is unconditional compassion without absorbing the pain herself. And this is a challenge, but it is easily done through the filter of love. What she now will have greater access to with her words, because they will pass through her filter of love and wisdom. She can heal a lot of this between the higher selves and the souls. This can be healed through higher self conversation.
So could we bring in Cindy's higher self again? We had her here before.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hello, Cindy's higher self. Am I speaking to Cindy's higher self?
Mm. Yes.
Is there anything that you need to hear from Nikki to help a healing of your relationship together with her?
I don't want her to feel disappointed in me. I know she feels let down. And I want her to know that I have tried my best. I really, really have. I didn't ask for an easy life this go around. And I may have bitten off more than I can chew. But I am strong. And it's important for you to see that in me more than my weaknesses. When you focus on my strengths, it will provide peace for you and empowerment for me, which is what we both came here for. Empowerment on my end, peace, and letting go of what you cannot change, and accepting on your end.
So that was the nature of your contract, was it?
Yes, part of it.
Is there anything else about your contract that you would like to share with her at this time?
That there is eternal love between us. We both chose these positions in each other's lives, knowing the challenges. And we loved each other and held each other before the beginning of this. And it is important that we remain proud of ourselves. Proud of ourselves for having the courage to be the change and to remain loving despite a storm of hate. It is very important that we are kind to ourselves and to each other. This will help to lift our vibration individually, to then be available for each other. It is only from the higher place of love and connection that we can truly be there for each other in the sense, in the worldly sense that we are wanting.
Thank you. So I would invite you, the higher self of Nikki and the higher self of Cindy, to hold each other and impress on Nikki's mind that love, that eternal bond of love between you, that origin of a contract that would be difficult to live through on earth, but comes from a place of infinite love. I invite you to embrace and unite in spirit and pass a seed of that unconditional love to both Cindy and Nikki, to carry them, help them carry through their lives and support each other and find that peace and that empowerment that will help both of them grow and expand their spirits. Is there an ancestral component in the maternal line here that could help, that we might help and heal? Is there anyone in the maternal line that is needing this same kind of love and connection and release?
Healing is needed. Completely up the female, feminine line, including sisters. There is betrayal
Yes.
and deep hurt. And abandonment issues, which leads to a hardening of the heart space and a hardening of the feminine energy and flow. So a softening of this cast or shell that has been put over this beauty of a rose in the heart space needs to drop away, and a focus on the rose needs to be dominant over the hardening that was once around it. Love heals all and can cast out all darkness. We are not saying to ignore the pain. It is just a shift more towards the softness within and allowing that softness, the compassion and forgiveness of the rose to blossom.
I call on the energies of Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary and the Divine Feminine to bring to this entire female ancestral line of Allison, Cindy, their sisters, their mothers, all the way up the line. To bring in this, the divine feminine energy to heal and open and soften the hearts of each and every woman along this line, that they may pass it from one to another until this entire line is restored. In divine love, so that all souls in this line drop the boundary, the hardening of the heart, jealousy, betrayal, hurt, abandonment, Let all those old energies and experiences be softened, and forgiveness of each other and of themselves. Fill the hearts of every woman in this life. See this beautiful, soft rose color and this beautiful aroma of the rose wafting its way lightly and gently from heart to heart, all along the line. Each one saying to the other, I forgive you. I love you. I see your light. I feel your love. See my light. Feel my love. And pass it on. See beautiful blossoming this entire line, like a branch of a rose bush just opening up, all the flowers opening up. Wafting their eternal love, beingness out to the world, out to the universe for all to be inspired by, for all to get a whiff of, and to heal all hurts that have been caused. By anything else other than unconditional love and trust. So be it, and so it is. May I speak to the higher self again?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. May I ask some more questions that
Yes.
Allison has? She wonders whether she should go by Nikki again or Allison. Is there a difference in the vibration of these names? Would either one help her more?
Nikki, going by Nikki will bring a spring to her step, which is like the replacement spring on the gun that was shooting the balls for the target. This would allow her to feel more invigorated and lively And it would allow her to, the vibration of Nikki would allow her to tune into that part of her that did not doubt her connection to her intuition and to the world of spirit as a child. So if she connects with that vibration of Nikki, she will feel that it will be a pathway more easily to that. So she does not need to do anything. She does not need to announce to the world that she is Nikki, but she can. It's more of an internal shift for her. So if it helps her internally to make that outward change, then by all means she should do that. It can be playful, it can be fun, nothing's permanent. And that's important for her to connect to. It can just be fun and playful. At the end of the day, a name is just a name. It is not really the beingness of who she is when she connects to her root chakra. Names do not exist there. But if it helps her to connect, then she should go by Nikki.
Oh, thank you. She wonders what her natural spiritual gifts are. What are her natural talents? And how can she best use them?
She is a connector and a messenger between the earth plane and the world of spirit. She can easily connect to us. She can very easily connect to the world of spirit. This is very important for her to know because she has doubted this. This is a very much so a natural, very easy for her. She only needs to hear this now in this moment to know that. She also brings joy where joy is needed most. She is a natural sun in a sense, in that she is naturally magnetic. And this is a gift as long as she is remaining in her truth and in her power. She can attract to her easily what she desires. She should begin to speak out loud what she desires, because her words are very powerful and will be heard always. She also has a unique vision that is important at this time She should not discount or downplay her vision, meaning her way of thinking. She is a connector between the spirit world and the earth plane, but also a connector of truths. And she can help to connect the web of truth that is needed to envelop the earth at this time. She can assist in this. And this is part of her path. Is to use her abilities to connect. These abilities will help her to connect with other like-minded souls, ideas, and truth that will help to raise the vibration of the planet. This is very important for her to know.
Is practicing BQH sessions like this, would that be part of her path? An important thing for her to do?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. She need not doubt anymore. She chose this path. And she must remember that she is the creator of her reality, of her puzzle, and she has the solution. She is drawn to BQH for a reason, and it is important for her to remember that she does not need to take life so seriously. She doesn't need to take this pursuit of BQH so seriously. She can maintain her joy and her light and still be rooted in her wisdom. She does not need to look to others for the way that they are doing it for inspiration, because she can be her own source of inspiration if she will only just remember her truth. And her truth is that she is here to bring joy, and she is here to have fun, and she is here to explore the truths, to awaken her senses, and to share what she finds from her explorations. It is very important that she knows that there are two sides to her coin, and it is of joy and wisdom. And she does not need to pursue this with heaviness, but with her natural curiosity and interest and belief in herself.
So when she
Yes.
worries that she won't know what to say,
She will know what to say.
yes.
This was, much has been done today. Much has been shifted for her. She was heavily based in fear. Fear also of getting it wrong. But now she will no longer confuse fear with excitement. She will be able to separate those two. She does not need to be afraid of not knowing what to say, because she will remember that her role here is to be connected. She often confuses her thoughts. She does not trust her thoughts and believes she dismisses them, although they are messages from her higher self, who I'm speaking. This is important because that connection is actually quite short. And now the connection has been strengthened with her heart and her voice, so she will have the courage to speak what she knows to be true.
Thank you. She wonders about what's her cosmic connections? Where does she come from? What's her soul history?
She is a cosmic explorer, so she has been to many places. She has connections to many places. She is connected to Sirius. She is connected to the Pleiadians. And she is connected to the Arcturians as well. But she does not need to box herself in. She must remain open because she is a cosmic connector. Her antenna is very strong. So again, labeling could only stop her from connecting in deeper ways. And we do not want to limit her potential.
Is there value in her connecting more deeply with her cosmic family?
There is value. There is value because they will assist her in strengthening her vision. She will see an eagle, which will represent connection to her cosmic family. She can rise high in this sense to have a bird's eye view. And her cosmic family will assist with this. She only need ask.
Beautiful. Now she wonders when she's just before she wakes up in the morning, she sees flashing lights and she hears ringing and she sees in her mind's eye numbers. Are those messages that she's getting?
This has been happening for quite a while. It is a means to get her attention, to tell her she is connected immediately as soon as she awakens, and to click into that connection, to maintain on that vibration. It has been a form of almost Morse code, clicking in just to get her attention, because it has been important for her, and it has been asked of her, in a sense, to move in that direction of connectedness so that she does not fall into a pattern of ruminating thoughts. So this has been a way to click out of this cycle of thoughts that is not necessary and is only growing. But this is not to tell her growing to make her worry or to ruminate more. This is simply the bird's eye view to show her the truth. So if she can click out of that spiral and see it for what it is, she can hover above it and will be on a higher vibration. And over time, that will slowly fade away.
Is that issue of spiraling, ruminating thoughts likely to be less after this session?
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Well, that sounds like it'll be helpful. So if she's a cosmic explorer here on Earth, she wants to explore, but she also wonders if she needs to find a place to call home. Is there a best, what's the answer for her there? Well,
Now that her pathways internally have been cleansed, her path externally will become more clear. It is simply a reflection of what has been happening inside, that she has felt confused externally. But this will become clear to her. She is here to explore, and she is here to have fun along the way. And the feeling of where to be will become more and more clear as she allows herself to be exactly where she is in any given moment.
she wonders if there's a community of like-minded people that she should seek. In terms of the location, physical location.
There is in Greece, when she makes it to Greece, and she will find more like-minded people like her. But it is important not for her to rush to this. She must be where she is. She is meant to be where she is. She chose this path. And it is all unfolding perfectly as she settles into her current choice that she has made for herself. She can feel more connected to her cosmic family, which is a big part of her community. And as she connects to her cosmic family, they will help to also guide her with that bird's eye vision. They will give her that boost to fly a little bit higher, to see more clearly, so that she can get what she likes to say is the lay of the land. She'll be able to see it clearly when she connects.
Mm. So what was the significance of her having been in Spain for those 4 years? What was it that was important for her to be there? Because it wasn't an easy 4 years.
No, it was not easy for her. This was a time of shaking up for her. She needed this. She needed to be spun around in a sense so that she could recalibrate and find herself again. This time of confusion has only been that, a time of recalibration. When you shake up a snow globe, it can seem chaotic. But there is beauty in this as well. And there is purpose in this. This was the shaking of her snow globe. And the snow is starting to settle beautifully, especially now. But it is important for her not to blame Spain or the energies of Spain. This is not true. If she were to return to Spain, it does not mean that history will repeat itself, because she is no longer on that timeline and living that life. She does not need to return to Spain, but if she chooses to in the future, it won't be the same. It will be very different, because she will be very different.
Mm. So there's a question about earning an income, and how should she generate income for herself? BQH was very important for her. Is that the sort of thing that she could earn a living from and should?
This is the propeller of her exploration ship that she saw in her first scene. BQH is what will help her have momentum and take off.
Mm.
And of course, money will come as long as she's exploring and having fun. and staying connected to her truth. This will be part of her path. It is a big part of her path. But it is not the end of her path. So she must simply just take off like a rocket and believe in herself and believe that she has the fuel to make it, that she has the stamina to propel herself off of the ground into this new and exciting adventure. She is not the same person that she was a year ago. She is not the same person that she was yesterday. She is forever growing and evolving. And she has the stamina, and she has the wisdom, and she has the skills. And she is on her right path with BQH. She will have fun.
Wonderful. She's got one last question here, and that's about her diet. Is there anything she should change about it?
She can always drink more water with the intention and the purification of the water, which she knows. She should begin to eat more foods that just feel like common sense to her. That means there needs to be a better flow of energy. So foods that will flow easily through her. So all foods that are lighter are good for her. So foods that are higher in water content right now would be very good for her. And she should, for the time being, not eat food that appears as if it would clog her system. She will be able to intuit this when she simply looks at food. And cutting down on significantly cheese will help her. She has it within her to move to a complete plant-based diet, which will benefit her. But simply cutting down significantly on dairy, she will notice a change in her system and her body. And then if she chooses, she will organically flow into elimination if she chooses. But eventually that will happen.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Are there any questions that you wish that she had asked or I'd asked that you'd like to tell her at this time?
As she has experienced these darker entities at times, it is important for her to know that this is not her fault or something that she has wrong within her being. It's quite the contrary. She is filled with light, and these beings have been drawn to that. The next time this happens, she only needs to call on Archangel Michael and Jesus and Source itself to help transmute these energies into love. But she need not be afraid of them. It will also happen less now.
Are there any other energies around her right now, and darker energies around her at this time?
There has been the pain within her chest. And this has managed to stay. And this would benefit from a clearing today of simply dissolving this pain that is connected also to her upper right shoulder and back. This is stress, and this is pressure to perform.
Is part of that muscular?
Yes.
If she's feeling that kind of tension in the upper right shoulder and back, is there a particular kind of practice or practitioner she might see on a physical level? Okay. In terms of massage or shiatsu?
She has been given the name of a massage therapist here and an osteopath. Those will be good steps for her to take.
Okay. And so as far as what we could do here today, what would you like to do to release the pain in the chest that lingers for today?
I am going to call in those little fingers of love that helped the machine to assist in tapping and massaging her chest muscle and her upper right back shoulder space. And to call on Archangel Michael to pull out any shadows connected to stress, to pull out and disconnect any cords that might be causing pain and dissolve them. and unscrewing. There's an unscrewing that needs to be done in her back.
Mm.
It's as if the pain has been corkscrewed. So Archangel Michael is assisting, and Raphael, in pulling this out. And healing this space. And dissolving this corkscrew into loving light. And filling this space with a beautiful blue, a blue light of healing and peace.
Wonderful. Are there any other areas of your body that need to be filled in with love and light from any other of the other healings, clearings that we've done today?
Just filling her chest space once more with an extra oomph of knowing how truly loved she is. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all.
That is all. Any final message for her, for the world?
Peace is yours for the taking. You only need to reach out and grab it. And we are very quickly and easily connected. There is no doubt, no doubt. And I am bathing her in white love, light love, and always here for her. I am within her.
Hello.
Mm. Oh, hi.
Welcome back.
Oh, thanks. Oh, that was a really cool experience.
How are you feeling now?
I feel a little bit out of it,
Mm-hmm.
but good.
How long did it?
It went in and out of feeling like it was a long time, but not that much time.
Hmm.
But probably, I mean, like an hour and a half, maybe.
Mm. I don't know how long the recording was, but it's now 1:30 my time, so it's 6:30 your time. 6:30.
So I was thinking it would be like 3 to 4 hours. So it's been 4.5. Yeah. So I don't know.
Since we started talking,
Yeah.
But then we didn't. Well, I'm not sure at what point in I started the recording, but it was when your father was coming through. So I thought it would be good to start it then early.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there were breaks.
That was really cool to experience and I'm so happy because although I like, I still feel kind of out of it.
That's all right.
Anyway, it's just interesting because I was, I don't know. All I can say is like, I was like deeper than I thought I would be, but also more aware than I thought I would be.
Interesting.
Like I was, yeah, like I, and with the higher self, and I know this from channeling because I know that like you just have to start speaking and it'll start to flow, and then you'll catch yourself not like being spoken through.
Mm.
And so that was kind of the case a little bit throughout the session too, is like you just kind of have to start, yeah, it's such a balance between like speaking, but also one thing that I experienced was like sometimes when I would start speaking, like it's almost like the scene would like pause or like change.
Mm.
So it wasn't always like unfolding for me as I was speaking. It's almost like I kind of needed to like stop speaking to get a visual of what was happening and then talk about it.
Mm.
So I wonder if others experience it like that. But
People are so different.
yeah. But it was a really beautiful session, and I even my conscious mind at times was thinking, because it kind of pops in a little bit, but it was saying to me, this is real. Like, you don't need to worry. Like, you don't need to second guess anything that's being said because it's all here to benefit you. And even my conscious mind would kind of come back a little bit, even when my higher self was speaking, and say like, wow, that was great. Like, I didn't expect that, because you think about what the answers might be a little bit. And obviously, because there are questions I've been asking myself for a long time. And some of it was what I kind of think already. But a lot of it was really helpful, really, really helpful advice. That
Your
I
higher
wasn't
self.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was your higher self was very articulate and concise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right. Compared
great.
to when you go around in a spiral in your head and this or that or this or that. And it's like very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really, really beautiful. Thank you so much.